I find it odd this episode is called Fractures, because if it means the fracturing of Glimmer and Adora's relationship, that was happening back in Boys' Night Out. If anything, they should be calling this Shattered. Anyway, Glimmer is trying to get her truth spell working with Shadow Weaver's assistance.
Does this usually take so long? I never require this much rehearsal.
I don't doubt that. No, seriously, I think it's the fact that after Glim angrily shoots the truth spell at them, and they go on this performance as if looking like they're resisting the spell.
The truth is... ugh, that outfit really isn't working for you.
And for DT to be able to just improvise that on the spot had to require a lot of skill and training over the years.
It's called acting. That's the real magic here.
And even being held behind a barrier of magical energy, DT is still just prodding Glimmer. Like when a guard comes in to say Adora's back and even calling a meeting of the princesses.
Can she do that? I thought you were the queen.
God, such a sassy, smug character, yet they still make them enjoyable to watch on screen, especially with how they radiate all this confidence. Adora and Bo waste zero time informing everyone about the fact that they're living on a planet-sized bomb of magical energy, and need to make certain nothing sets it off.
The real question is, how do you intend to use this to your advantage?
Unsurprising that the main thing Shadow Weaver takes away from this is great magical power and not the unstable magical energy at the planet's core ready to blow it apart. I mean, her screen time has been about seeking power for herself or encouraging others to do the same with theirs and screw potential consequences.
But now that it's there...
What if there was a way to channel that magic ourselves?
And Glimmer leans more onto Shadow Weaver's side because she has been convinced that any means they have should be used to win and is done with failing to protect people after the loss of Selenius, believing this is the major break they need to finally win this war.
We'd be supercharged! We could take down the Horde!
Tapping into something like this for a power boost feels like the equivalent of overloading a nuclear reactor just to generate more power faster.
Are you seriously considering this? It's an unstable super weapon.
As always, I find that both sides have a degree of merit.
Every day the Horde claims more territory. We're running out of options!
It's a desperate situation. Any option that Glimmer sees could help sounds great, as she never really saw Mara's message in full, no really gets the risk involved.
I say we get Light Hope to tell us how it works. Take our power back.
Although all Adora sees is her friend once more jumping into a situation without analyzing it first.
All she wants is to set the weapon off. Are you even listening to us?
Which isn't a good way of looking at it from either side, really, if they just communicated better and were willing to look at things from the other's perspective. They might be able to work through this problem better, but neither Adora nor Glimmer are willing to just talk and consider the other's position, which is why their friendship has deteriorated to this point.
How come I still don't have a chair even though the new person does?
Okay. So, 1. How did Scorpia and Emily get past all the guards in the palace and enter the room without anyone noticing? Emily is large and loud, plus stealth and infiltration don't strike me as Scorpia's strong suits. And 2, isn't this just the most adorable image ever?
Oh no, I'm sitting on Emily.
Then they immediately attack her because, of course they do. She's one of their chief enemies, with Scorpia mostly just running away with Emily and trying to explain that she's here to get their help. Only stopping when Scorpia mentions she needs them to save Entrapta.
Again, I am so sorry about the whole stinging thing.
And it says something when she looks at Shadow Weaver and says,
Weaver, and that bright moon! Everything is making so much sense about why Catra's been acting the way she has.
I'll get to why I think that line's important in the finale. Scorpia is here to ask for help saving Entrapta, yet she phrases it weird, saying, hey, you guys seem good at friendship, and I'd like to learn a thing or two from you.
You're here to learn how to be a good friend?
Then she gets to the actual reason why she's here, to get their help to get to Beast Island to save Entrapta.
Beast Island? With the blood beetles? And the trees with razor-sharp blades instead of leaves? It's real?
The thing immediately turns into Bo and Adora discussing how they gotta save Entrapta and use her to disable the heart of Etheria, and Glimmer is none too happy to have them making plans without her and thinking disabling the heart is a foregone conclusion.
Will everyone just stop for 1 second?
It's the fractures that have been growing, causing more problems here, where Glimmer pulls her friends aside and...
Stop it! Stop just trying to barrel ahead with your own plan!
Which is just so hypocritical of Glimmer to say here, although Adora doesn't really help diffuse things.
What's there to talk about? out. Entrapta needs our help, and we need Entrapta.
Glimmer does make a good point that Adora doesn't even know where Beast Island is, nor if anyone survived being sent there. Plus, the Horde is digging closer and closer to Bright Moon, and it's not the right time to just charge out to try and find Entrapta on the chance she might still be alive.
I won't risk the whole alliance for one princess who betrayed us.
I appreciate how the writers made the constant spats between Glimmer and Adora two-sided. The main issue isn't that one is completely right, more that they have their own perspectives and grievances of one another. That's faster because they both failed to convey their own perspectives on the matter.
Entrapta has a habit of exploding everything she touches.
Glimmer only sees an opportunity in the heart of Etheria, yet Adora understands and feels like she's been lied to and manipulated by people she's trusted for some grand purpose and has had enough on that part, yet she doesn't communicate why she has such a big problem with speaking to Light Hope about the heart, nor does she try to show Glim any of the intel she got from Mara's message.
Bo, you understand what I'm trying to say? Tell her!
And when all else fails, Glimmer runs to Bo, asking if he understands her and gets why this is a necessary action to tell Adora why they have to do this, even stroking Bo's hand to get him to agree with her, but of course he doesn't. He was there last episode and says as much.
We need Entrapta. We need to disable the weapon.
And that is where Glimmer's temper flares.
Why can't you trust me in this?
Because you're wrong!
Even pulling the Queen card and confining them to Bright Moon, because she is done with being constantly questioned and defied by her friends who think she can't make her own decisions. So it's a total breakdown in relations between them, all because everyone failed to communicate properly. Now, why don't we take a break from that and see how Kitty Cat is dealing with Scorpia leaving. Catra, well, she's clicking through security cameras, getting frustrated when she fails to locate her.
Scorpia?
It really speaks to her desperation that she thinks this is how she's gonna find her. She does consider Scorpia a friend, and that's why she even hallucinates hearing her laugh behind her and...
Scorpia? I knew you'd come.
Catra looked and sounded so relieved. She's been slowly losing her mind since season 3 and the first half of this one. Like, she drags Lonnie in and accuses her of knowing people are laughing at her.
People are just tired. If you let them sleep, everything will be fine.
Then freaks out and Will just says what her problem is.
Everything isn't fine. Scorpia would be here if everything was fine.
Then growls at Lonnie and as if finally admitting herself the crux of her issue here.
Just leave, like everybody else.
She even calls double trouble, then breaks the communicator and cries when they still don't answer her. Catra has completely fallen off the rails here and is just spazzing about trying to find something, anything to alleviate her situation. She's got no shoulder to lean on, nor anyone to talk to about her feelings, because she chased off the one person who could be called a friend and now has to live with that. And I think it's when she's delivering a report to Hordak saying that everything is fine, victory is soon at hand, all with a smile on her face, and Catra is getting everything she's been driving for, yet when Hordak ends the call, the camera pulls back to reveal a completely wrecked room. And she just totally breaks down. This is Kitty Cat at her lowest. Winning didn't bring the satisfaction she wanted, but instead just drove away someone who truly cared about her. And to an extent, Catra recognizes how hollow this victory really is compared to what she's dumped into obtaining it. Yet the second cause fallacy means she cannot just give up and walk away. It's the moment where she fractures completely. Oh, is that what this episode was referring to? Okay. The point of no return was driving Scorpia away, and she knows there's no way out now, just moving towards the end goal despite how empty she feels, and I have no sympathy for her at this point. Catra did this all to herself, and acknowledging how fruitless it all feels is too little too late in my book. Until season 5, and okay, so Bo and Adora slip away.
And Glimmer's gonna be angry at us, but at least she'll be around to be angry.
And then they take Mara's ship to get entrapped. Well, Glimmer...
You know what they say, if at first you don't succeed, try. How many times have you tried again?
actually gets her true spell to work and finally gets DT to talk.
I can't cry on cue. The only thing that works is thinking about children falling. They're tears of laughter, but no one can tell the difference.
What? Then there's Horde Prime is on his way, and they are screwed if they can't beat off the current Horde, and races to, for some reason, be surprised that Adora and Bo slipped out without her permission. I mean, what was she expecting was going to happen? In episode 1, she was grounded and did to that to go on a tech hunt in the Whispering Woods with Bo. Not to mention routinely defied her own mother's orders. Did she really think pulling the Queen card was gonna work here?
Let them go. If they don't trust me, I don't trust them.
It's exactly what Bo was afraid would happen, and an inevitable result of what's been going on these past few episodes.
I'm going to figure out how to access magic at the heart of Etheria and how to use it. And I'll do it alone if I have to.
So that was episode 10 for season 4 of Overanalyzing She-ra. If you like this video and want to see more, hit that thumbs up and the subscribe button and bell to get notifications about the next episode. I try to update the series every Thursday, so please share with other fans, and also check out my channel for my video essays, music analysis, and complex character series. You might find them enjoyable as well.